Welcome to a new week of Take 5. Take 5 minutes or so to take some scriptural truths or some spiritual ideas, Christian spiritual ideas, and try to apply them into our life in 5 minutes. And we've been in a series that we're calling Recalibrating Your Heart, where we've been looking at some of the concepts of spiritual formation and spiritual disciplines, some of the things that we ought to practice in our hearts, in our spirits. So this isn't a bodily discipline, this is a spiritual discipline that we've been talking about. And this morning I want to spend just a few minutes talking about the idea of fasting. I wonder what your thought about fasting is. Soon we're going to be heading into the Christian calendar of what is known as Lent. It begins with Ash Wednesday and then continues all the way to Easter Sunday, I guess. And that often is a time where people think about fasting or giving up something. What is fasting all about anyway? I think it's a good practice, even in Lent. Didn't mean to have that face. So anyway, what is fasting? In a sense, every religious tradition knows something about fasting. They experience fasting. I've been doing a lot of reading on the history of India. It's just something I'm very interested in. I've been there many, many times. And it's a particular habit of Hindus. I've been reading a lot about Gandhi, boy, a real powerhouse of a leader in the 20th century globally. And boy, that was a man who gave himself up for fasting often. If you have Muslim friends, you know, especially during their season of Ramadan, that is a season of fasting for the Muslims. And in the Judeo-Christian tradition, fasting is part of it. It's always there. You hear about it all the time. And so in the scriptures, in your Old Testament, you learn of people who fasted. And then in the New Testament, Jesus just assumes that people fast when he's talking to his disciples, when he says things like, and so when you fast, don't let everybody see it because of your appearances or whatever. Fast privately. So fasting is generally, first of all, a particular part of just about every religious tradition. And so what is it? Well, you know what it is. It's, first and foremost, it is the stopping of eating. It is the stopping of food for a particular period of time. I'm going to fast for 3 days. Jesus fasted for 40 days. How do you do that? I don't know. It's fasting for a spiritual purpose, especially when it has to do with food. So don't think diet. Think I'm not going to eat for the next 2 days. So I would take people on retreats and we would do that. Why do you do that? To call attention. In some ways you could say it's call attention to myself or to my plight. And so they go on hunger strikes. Gandhi would even do that. So it's to call attention to my own plight. But in a spiritual Christian sense, it is to call attention to the Lord or to my need before him. I'm so serious about this that I will pray and fast. Lord, this is how serious I am. Fasting also is to call attention to the fact that we are not physical beings, we are spiritual beings. And so we discipline our bodies by not eating to show that, in a sense, our immaterial part has authority over our material part. Our spirits have authority over our body. So when do we fast? We can fast acutely, meaning there is this specific need. Friend is having cancer surgery on Tuesday, and so Monday and Tuesday, all of his friends fast and pray for that need. That's acutely. I would also say routinely. I think it can be a good spiritual discipline. I know someone that fasts every Monday or every 15th day of the month as a spiritual discipline to be in tune with the Lord in my soul and to just routinely fast. That is a really good thing to do. One more thing, how to do it. It's food first and foremost, but you can fast from your technology, you can fast from television, you can fast from all kinds of things, from a Starbucks coffee. In a sense, to say, I'm going to make this discipline to the Lord for a particular reason, to show that, in a sense, I can say no to my body or to the things that I long for and say yes to the Lord. And so I fast from Starbucks, let's say, throughout all of Lent. And I take that money and I give it to an Afghan refugee family that really needs it. Fasting doesn't have to be food. It can be anything. But it is the disciplining of my body for a spiritual purpose, to say to the Lord, this is really important. What would you have me to do? Consider fasting, whether it's food or something else. Maybe read up on it, but consider it. It is a traditional and important spiritual tradition of the Christian church. Recalibrating our hearts could include fasting. I'll see you.